Country Cover Club, the country sports insurance company, has become the new sponsor of Country Sports TV. If you would like affordable country sports insurance, please click on the link below. If you add the code SUMMERALL2, you will get a £3 discount. Thank you very much to Country Cover Club for their sponsorship of Country Sports TV. Hello and welcome to Country Sports TV. Looks like we might have mission creep on the lead proposed voluntary ban for game shooting. On the internet now, shooters who are pro-steel and campaigning to get rid of lead are telling me that it's not just for game shooting, that it's for all live quarry. This will mean fox shooting, pigeon shooting, crow shooting, which is basic pest control. Now, this has gone too far. Somebody's got to draw a line in the sand and get some facts right. Lead is not a problem. Lead shot has never been a problem. You know, the French did a survey on 3 large lakes in Normandy where they shoot a lot of ducks. And they tested the gizzards of about 15,000 ducks. When it appeared as an article in a French shooting magazine, I had it translated for me by a friend. The title was Much to Do About Nothing. They only found a handful of duck with lead in the gizzards, and they found one duck with 17 pellets in its gizzard. The conclusion of the French study was that it was flying around quite happily until it was shot. You know, it didn't stop the bird flying. It didn't seem to be a problem until it was shot. You know, then they're now saying that they're not wanting to sell lead shot game to the supermarkets because the supermarkets can't sell lead shot game because of the lead contamination. What about the steel contamination? What contamination is going to be caused by the steel? Steel and blood rust. That's more contamination than this. The lead stays together. The lead doesn't dissolve. That's why they use it for acid baths. There has been a campaign a few years ago to tell us that the lead fragments when it hits the bird and contaminates the meat. This is false. The lead may squash, may deform when it hits the bone, but is unlikely to fragment. Very unlikely. You know, I've got a couple x-rays here that they were using to show lead contamination in birds. First question is, it looks like bloody big shot. Looks like somebody's placed the lead on the x-ray. Anyway, a couple of years ago, they brought a x-ray out, and they were saying that the lead, when it hits the bone, has fragmented. And they used a partridge. Now, what I've done is I've got a partridge bone when I shot a partridge, and I matched it up to the x-ray to get the same length on the wing, and I discovered that the shot used to shoot this partridge is BB. Now, who shoots partridges with BB? Question. Was the bird deliberately shot with BB so it would show up on an X-ray? Or did they place the BB shot on the bird to have the X-ray so it would show up? I don't know the answer to that, but I pose the question. Who uses BB to shoot partridges? I don't know anybody that does. And they say, and they got red arrows on it. You can see the red arrows. This is fragments of lead. This is fragments of lead. It's... No, it isn't. When I worked for the Department of the Environment for 6 years, they trained me to read X-rays. I went on a course to read X-rays. And when you look at an X-ray, lead, because the X-rays don't go through it, it comes up as white. That's why you get nice little round white balls where the shot is. You look at the other fragments. They're not white. They're grey in colour. It's bone. It's the fragments of bone that you're looking at, not fragments of lead. But we have a problem. The biggest shooting organisation in the country that's there to point these out are agreeing with it. Now, is it a cop-up or conspiracy? I reckon it's a conspiracy. I think the shooting organisations in this country are in league with anti-shooting people. Have they been infiltrated? More than likely. You only have to look at the antics of John Swift to see that. Was he really a shooter? They've got to maintain a certain level of shooting to maintain their membership. They came up with the idea that everybody's got to have insurance, and Bask was the first person to bring out insurance. Bask have done a lot of good things in its time. You know, the young shots things they do is brilliant. The shows, the expertise, the firearms, brilliant. I got no problem with Bask about that. My problem with Bask is they are not defending us on lead. Why? Because John Swift, when he was CEO of Bask, steered the Bask people into this, let's get rid of lead. We don't need lead, we can use steel. And they've been working for that for 40 years. John Swift said it in his emails. So the information we've got on lead polluting the meat is false. It's misinformation, disinformation, fake news. Somebody's got to stand up and start shouting and screaming, which is what I'm trying to do on these videos. I only try and tell the truth. Do not believe what you are being told. You have been lied to for at least 20 years, if not more. Lead is not a problem. Anyway, Ian, Country Sports TV. Now, if you want to see any more information, I've got a Facebook page called Save Our Lead Shot. All the information is on there. Read all the documents. All the John Swift emails are on there. All John Swift's emails are on there, which stopped Bask taking me to court because it proved that John Swift had been working to ban lead for 40 years. You know, you've got to read the information. You've got to get it into your little skulls that the shooting organisations have not got your interests at heart. Then we've got to start working for ourselves. We've got to come together. we got to form a new organisation. Now the first thing you've got to do is sign up to the Facebook page Save Our Lead Shot. That's the first thing. If I've got numbers on there, I can say, look, I represent so many people. We then need to start a campaign. I need a committee. I need a group of people who have got a little bit of time, a little bit of expertise in running an organisation to run the membership and to do the shows. Because we can do the game fair in September. We've got plenty of time to organise that. You can have a new name for an organisation if you want, but I don't want a new organisation. I didn't want to go down that road. But it looks like we're going to have to, so that we can then go and lobby government. But we need numbers. So we need a cheap membership. And you say, oh, we need insurance. Well, we got insurance. Country Covers Insurance will insure you, and it's up to you if you take it out or not. That's been organised, and I've put a link to it on here, on this video. So if anybody wants Country Sports Insurance, that's done, that's sorted. But I need numbers. Even if it's £5 or £10 a year membership, all I need is numbers. So that when I go to government and say I speak for 10,000, 20,000, 40,000 shooters, I've then got you backing me. And I can't do it without numbers. Anyway, it's up to you. Every shooter needs to be a member of the Save Our Lead Shot group on Facebook, if they can. A group of you need to start a small group. I don't know what you call it. Save Our Lead Shot campaign, I don't care. I will head the campaign if you find a group to back me. It's up to you now. I can't do this on my own. I need a team to help me. Anyway, Ian, Country Sports TV, Save Our Lead Shot campaign, signing off. And if you can help, let me know what you can do. Put a comment below. Cheers.